We work on projects that involve regeneration, so we're taking old land and making it into new land. So we buy estates and swathes of land up and down the country and build apartments, offices, shops, and even the odd ice rink. Deansgate Locks was the first project that I did about 14 years ago, and that sense of arrival at street level was an important aspect of that scheme that made it work. So we try and carry that sort of quality through in the projects that we do up and down the country. A lot of the projects that we tend to do are refurbishment of old buildings. So take the Colgate factory, now called Soapworks, as a good example. That employed around 1,000 people producing aerosols and toothpaste and similar health and wellness products. And we're now going to fill that with office workers. So you can imagine that they'll turn up to a building that was built for an entirely different purpose, adjacent to the water, and we'll be able to work in that environment where the ceilings are quite high, the space is very fresh and open, and it creates a very enjoyable way of working. We're all looking to reduce risk. The ability to raise finance is very difficult. At the same time, we want to be creative and cutting edge, and often those scenarios don't go together. So it's a very careful meandering you have to do in order to remain creative and at the forefront, but still have something that's viable and commercial and that banks and funding institutions can buy into. Manchester's quite unique, and we're doing work up and down the country, and Manchester has a brand that really surpasses most others, perhaps other than London. It punches far above its weight, it is savvy, its cultural background and its industrial heritage really makes it into the city it is today. And when we go to other cities and other towns throughout the country, they all want a part of this Manchester magical dust, whatever it is. You know, they've seen what's happened here and they say, can you come and do it in our town, in our city? And that's it's very good for us, and it opens some doors. We're working in America now, we've gone over to South Carolina, and when they look at the projects that we're doing in the UK, and specifically the projects in Manchester, they really see us as being very creative people.